coming out. I'm Jerry Lind with the Boca Delray team of Organizing for Action, and this event is being sponsored by Organizing for Action, the South Florida Climate Action Partners, the League of Women Voters of Palm Beach County, and Move On.
Climate change is a top issue for the League of Women Voters. And not only that, our president, our national president, Elizabeth McNamara, has stated that climate change is the greatest challenge of our age. And I would like to add to that, especially here in Florida.
Thank you. Well, we're here today in your neighborhood because you are the canary in the coal mine. And we hope that by shining a light on your situation, we are going to open up a dialogue at various levels of government that honors your plight here as citizens, as well as the academic work that's been done in both our Florida universities and in the planning community among government agencies to address this problem. This is Dr. Anna Pushkin-Shevlin.
When we talk about climate change, it's a very complicated subject. And often it's, thought of only in the context of sea level rise. And while we're here looking at the sea level rise, we also have to understand that there are many, many complicated ways in which climate is going to impact the natural environment and the interconnected systems, including higher temperatures, which are going to change habitat and move species, create new vector-borne diseases, higher incidence of heat stroke. There are all types of issues. It's not just a sea level rise issue. But here in Florida, we are really looking at the sea level rise. Luckily, several years ago, in South Florida, representatives of our county governments saw the concern. They were alerted to it and took it to heart. And they formed something called the South Florida Climate Compact. And one of the products that they put together was this Regional Climate Action Plan, what I'm going to refer to as RCAP. And the RCAP was a huge endeavor. They pulled together scientists, social scientists, economists, real estate people, transportation people, agricultural people. And what they determined in 2009 is that using Key West, we're going to expect 3 to 7 inches of sea level rise in this area by 2030. That's 15 years from now. Think back, 15 years, pretty quick. 3 to 7 inches. Between 2030 and 2060, we could get anywhere between 9 inches and 2 feet. 2 feet of sea level rise. Now, some people think of sea level rise as the tide going up and down, and it doesn't seem like so much. But water displaces, it goes to the lowest area. 2 feet of sea level rise will inundate everything here. And to make that a little more clear, I just brought some maps. This is the 1 foot map. Okay, and we have 2 colors, pink and orange. And the pink is the area that's possibly to be inundated. The orange is possible, the pink is likely. So it doesn't look too alarming right here, except if you happen to live over there, right? But this is only a projection. What happens after 2015? This is what we look like in the Marina District with almost 2 feet of inundation. Certain streets are completely covered and other areas are underwater all the time. We're looking at a king tide. This is sort of representative of how it's going to start looking over time. But at some point, this is going to be the everyday. And then will come the king tide and raise it even more, or storm surge, or a hurricane. And we're going to be in serious trouble down here. We have 2 things left: armor or retreat. And it's always going to be a combination of both.
Okay, this is CJ and Margie.
You can see the front room in the house there is our dining room. It's down below a patio. Behind this series of bushes is a cement wall to keep the water from pouring in from this side into the patio.
I have 2 city commissioners, one from Delray, and I'm sorry,
Shelley Petrolia from Delray Beach.
and from Lake Worth.
It's Christopher McBoy.
I mean, this is affecting everybody, and it's a global issue in which we need to bring to a local level, and we need to get exposure out there, because the moment that we all think it can't happen to us, it will.
In the restaurant when they were allowed to access that street and also raise it. It just kind of flooded in here. So it is a tremendous problem. I've lived here for 23 years. I was hoping to continue. I don't want to be rowing out on a canoe, but
And this is the future of Palm Beach County. We plan on living here for another 100 years, and let's take action now.
I want to talk about these 3 homes you see here. That house was raised up 7 feet. That's where the floor stands to the center of the roadway. You can see her driveway. That's something new she did. She brought in sand and pavers, and because her driveway would flood all the way up through the house, behind the house. She also brought in dump trucks of dirt and raised like a little berm here in her front lawn. Yeah, the drain is flooded, but this roadway usually will be underwater. They desperately need those one-way valves here to prevent that. But this water that you see here and that we saw at the other corner, this is fairly dangerous. Just having standing water breeds germs. It's here, and remember, it's coming up from drains, and some of these drains run all the way up to Federal Highway, so we're getting runoff down here at the bottom. Every time it rains, they really get heavy runoff.
The whole side of my house, all the equipment is where he's got it up about this high. He's got a concrete base, and then all of that sits up there.
I'm Drew Martin. I'm with the Palm Beach County Soil and Water Conservation District, but I'm also with the Sierra Club, and we've been talking about, kind of things that could be done locally, but we forget about the ultimate solution is to reduce our carbon footprint. That we need to start using less carbon in the environment, because that is the ultimate solution to sea level rise.
It's complicated. So what I'm asking you to do at this point in time is to start becoming educated on this issue. It doesn't happen because people like Jan or these other activists that send you emails invite you to learn something. It happens because you yourself believe it. And at a dinner party, you tell other people how important it is to you. And then you spread the word. And then we can get some action at the local level, and at the county level, and at the state level. So my call to you is learn, talk, and vote with your pocketbook. Thank you very much.